Do men have an advantage over women? Well, according to Instagram models, men do. So, women are changing their gender on Instagram to men. Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Now, I know what you're thinking. Actually, I don't. I don't know what you're thinking. But let me tell you this story. So, on Instagram, women are pretending to be men to avoid censorship. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you can help support the channel with even as little as $20 on patreon.com/Shakaama or paypal.me/Shakaama, it would be much appreciated. I'm trying to get a computer before Christmas so I can produce a whole bunch of stuff that will be memorable for 2019 for the Christmas season. You'll enjoy it. So anybody want to donate $500, $100, $500, $1,000, that'd be great. But what I actually need is something along the lines of something like $3,000. Now, I know you all think that a gaming PC is good enough, so $600 should be enough. No, I'm a streaming, game dev, movie making person, so I need that for a computer, which is around $3,000 to $5,000. Okay, so here's the story. Female pole dancers, fitness instructors, and sex workers who use Instagram have started changing their gender to male on Instagram. The widespread deception is in response to a sexist policy, quote unquote, the tech giant introduced earlier this year. In April, Instagram began hiding photos and videos that is considered to be vaguely, quote unquote, inappropriate, without explaining what specific kind of content that includes or alerts affected users. Such posts are algorithmically blocked from being featured in the Facebook-owned website Public Explore and hashtag pages, which help grow people's accounts by giving them broader exposure. This kind of covert censorship, known as, wait for it, shadow banning, has disproportionately affected women's and members of marginalized communities, including those whose livelihood depend on Instagram, leaving many urgently seeking ways to restore their visibility on the platform. So women are being shadow banned on a leftist app? Get out of town. You all are blowing things out of proportion, right? Where have you heard this before? Where? I ask you, where have you? This is too funny. Quote, many of us within the pole dancing community rely on Instagram to thrive, says Michelle, an Australian pole dancer, performing teacher and studio owner who, like other women, quoted in this story, asked to be identified by her first name only for privacy reasons. Quote, we use Instagram to share training videos, connect with new people, and for lots of us to grow our business. End quote. In late October, having already watched her content engagement steadily decline for months, Michelle decided to change her profile to male. She'd seen research suggesting Instagram's algorithm is biased against women's and felt like she had nothing to lose. Within 3 days of switching, she said, things went back to normal. Through Instagram's analytic tools, she found that her posts have been getting far more likes and views, indicating that Instagram has been displaying them to a wider audience again. Quote, it's ridiculous that we have to resort to trying this kind of thing, she said. Though strictly experimental, the gender-swapping tactic has started to take off among shadow-banned women's, due to recent promotion from anti-censorship activism pages such as at Everybody Visible. Like Michelle, several other women's have reported positive changes to their content's performance since pretending to be men's. A change many have made reluctantly. Quote, "It's really upsetting and ridiculous that women's are having to change their gender on Instagram to avoid being censored, aka shadow banned, aka this happened to conservatives and everybody said the conservatives were seeing things. Instagram is owned by Facebook. Instagram is shadow banning women's who are provocative and make inappropriate pictures. But wait, Republicans, you're imagining things. Conservatives, you're imagining things. Libertarian, you're imagining things. We would never shadow ban anybody, said Carolina, a founding member of at Everybody Visible, who researches online content moderation as part of her doctoral studies in London. Quote, "The supportive community I found through Instagram is what gives me and so many others confidence," added Carolina, who is also a pole dancer. Quote, "But now, with Instagram choosing who's appropriate and who's not, it's hard to feel welcome there." In a statement to HuffPost, a Facebook spokesperson denied that Instagram is biased against women's. They also denied that Instagram and Facebook and Twitter was biased against conservatives. We're not even talking about Republicans. You notice I keep saying conservatives? We're talking conservatives. People who say, maybe, just maybe, you should not walk out in the middle of the street in noonday traffic. Maybe. Oh, sorry, that's inappropriate. You're traffic shaming people. We're going to have to ban your account. But the platform has previously admitted to restricting content from pole dancers in particular. Over the summer, pole dancers around the world noticed that posts containing popular hashtags such as hashtag pole fitness, hashtag pole trick, hashtag female fitness, but notably not hashtag male fitness, seem to be shadow banned on Instagram. At first, Instagram reportedly denied that this was happening. But after a petition addressing the matter went viral, the company acknowledged that it had, in fact, been hiding pole dancers' content and apologized for doing so. So, let me see if I understand this. At a company that is blatantly leftist, blatantly communist, blatantly feminist promoting, they are banning individual pictures and videos of women's who are showing off their great bodies. I'm going to just go out on a limb and I'm just going to take a wild guess at who is sitting on the other side of the computer banning the fit women, banning the nice looking women, banning the sexy women. Who is sitting on that other side of that computer? I'm guessing it's going to be somebody who is, calorically challenged on the plus side, and who probably has a hair color approximating a Skittles package. Right, so we have an overweight feminist with blue hair banning all of the fit models with a size 22-inch waist. Now, you can say what you want about pole dancing, blah, 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 ha, 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 it's this and that, but pole dancing is now a part of the fitness industry, right? So people are literally actually getting in shape, women and men, by doing pole dancing. Well, I mean, you have to lift your entire body up using your upper body strength on a pole. Yeah, it's going to get you in shape. Eventually, it's going to get you in shape. Now, what they deem to be inappropriate is all over the board. More than likely, if you are an attractive woman and you post a picture of yourself with or without clothes, you're going to be shadow banned. If you are a woman who is in a provocative pose, fully clothed, you will be shadow banned, probably. If you take artistic pictures, you know, the stuff that they hang up in the Louvre and they show it on Broadway to the public, you will probably be shadow banned. If you are sitting, reclining, laying on a bed, and you're a woman, you will probably be shadow banned. Now, I'm judging this by the pictures that they have suggested are inappropriate, or as they say, is non-compliant. Now, this is the Facebook company who's been shadow banning conservatives from day one. This is, and of course, Twitter also owns stock in Facebook, and Twitter shadow bans conservatives from day one. So all of a sudden, the whammons are getting shadow banned, and they're screaming and hollering, and it's going viral. And oh my goodness, can you believe they shadow banned my cleavage? I mean, who on earth would want to? Who would want to do that? And hold on. In an alternate, in other news, a man who considered himself, a connoisseur of Japanese society went on a full rant about the Red Cross International located in Japan, and they showed an anime character, that's a cartoon, for all of you Zoomers and Boomers who don't watch anime, a cartoon character, female, who had big bazongas as a part of their advertisement to get you to donate blood to the Red Cross. And he went, oh my God, I can't believe you're And so then they ended his entire career. And I said, hey, we took a look at what you were saying was hypersexualized, the anime character. And the only thing that we can determine that you think is hypersexualized is the fact that the character has a size C cup. Please keep your weirdness away from the internet. She is clothed all the way to the neck. And the character in particular is a omnigender, omnisexual orphan who was then raised by nuns and then finally found herself in her work as some sort of charity event. And this is the character that the Red Cross chose to represent their advertisement because she is directly congruent to what they're talking about, which is charity. A character who came from a very hard life and then found herself through her charity work is the poster child for their actual poster. So then you, Mr. Weirdo, who thinks you know Japanese culture, needs to shut up because you have a weird sense of you can't show a woman who actually has more than what? An A cup on an advertisement? That's just weird. That means that you have something against women who have more than an A cup. Which then, if you start to, going down that path, means that you probably also like other genders who have nothing less than an A cup. If you know what I mean. So then we come back to this Instagram thing and say, okay, this is the same exact thing that's going on with the Instagram, and somebody is sitting on the other side of the computer who's able to make a determination whether a yay or a nay on a picture, and for some reason they are choosing all of the women with A cup or less, which means they are anti big-chested women, which means that they are, first of all, discriminating, and of course, by definition, censoring. This is just strange. And the response was, okay, we're going to change our gender to men, which of course then throws off the algorithm, because the algorithm probably goes, woman, okay, let's take a look and determine whether or not we can look at the pictures. Versus men, okay, don't even look at it. Now they're saying that we as everybody should not stand for this censorship. Well, sweetheart, when it was happening with conservatives, I didn't hear a peep out of you. When it was happening to conservatives, I didn't hear a peep out of the pole dancing community. I didn't hear a peep out of the women's fitness community. So have your cake and eat it too. When you want an authoritarian dictatorship in a company, you're going to get an authoritative dictatorship in a company. You've made your bed, now lie in it. These are the same women who sit idly by when the censorship happens to men. These are the same women who sit idly by when the discrimination is against men. These are the same exact women who sit idly by when it's a woman who says, I dream of the day I get married and can sit at home preparing my husband delicious meals, wash his clothes, massage his feet, and fall asleep in his arms at night. These are the same women who sat idly by and let that woman get attacked by everybody on the left. So, pardon me if I have zero compassion for you, zero compassion for your cause. Thank you all for watching. Tell me what you think down in the comments.